Hi everybody, Natasha Koch here with the Van City Home Team Tuesday night real estate weekly live. So we're going to talk about real estate related topics today. And today's topic is going to be just a quick weekly update on what's happening in real estate. I want to do this weekly right now because of everything that's happening. And I figure that everybody probably wants to know how well or how not well the real estate market is doing. So this past week in the Greater Vancouver area, we had 544 new listings, which isn't too bad. However, it is all of the Greater Vancouver area. So 544 new listings, 162 price changes. Now that is likely price reductions. Some of them might be price increases. There have been a few of those, but likely the majority of those are price reductions. 234 solds, 73 expired listings, and 152 terminated listings. Now, terminated listings probably is, somebody taking it off the market and planning on putting it back at a later date. Some of the listings that maybe were up for sale before all of the COVID-19 had started, maybe wanting to wait it out a little bit and then relist. So that is for the Greater Vancouver area. So again, 544 new listings, 234 solds. Not too bad. Real estate's still moving. Interest rates are still low, or low enough anyway to make it appealing for buyers. Fraser Valley, 461 new listings, 102 price changes, 138 sales. So sales are down a little bit in the Fraser Valley area. 52 expireds, and 98 terminated. So that is the real estate update on what's happened this week. I'm going to do this every single Tuesday so that you can see, and if there's a specific area that you want to know or have a close-up view of how many listings, for example, in New Westminster or Burnaby or a specific area, even in Burnaby, I can do that for you as well. So just reach out to me at any time and I'll do that. So let's talk about technology. So real estate, obviously, the old way of doing real estate, which I was a part of when I first got into real estate was 20 years ago. I had a pager and an MLS book. And so things have drastically changed and are continuing to. So with the COVID-19, everybody working from home or those that can, especially real estate. So although we have a shortage of supply, we definitely don't have a shortage of technology to help us and guide us through the process. So I wanted to give you a list of some of the things that we use as realtors, or some of us are using to enable the process. And some of these have been around now for a while, but were not as well used or well received by realtors. But I think that with everything happening, they are definitely being looked at much more serious. So number one, we are doing all of these currently, virtual consultations. So I use Zoom, I use Facebook Live. I do consultations with clients. If they haven't yet met me or they want to know a little bit about what's happening in the real estate market, or just an idea of pricing of their home, we can set up a Zoom meeting for 15, 20 minutes just to have a question and answer period and a chance to meet one another virtually anyway. We can do Facebook Lives for property showings. Home searches are available all online now, and the data is available on realtor.ca and a lot of other different home search websites. People have been using those readily, and of course our MLS department where we set up searches for our individual clients are all done virtually. So the listings and the information are readily available for all of the clients. That's number two. Number three, this was a new one, and a lot of people had a difficult time with electronic document signing. And the main worry, of course, was that it wasn't authentic or it wasn't the actual person signing. So there's a lot of secure ways to use. I use a program called DocuSign. There's many other programs out there that can be used. They actually produce a certificate that stamps and verifies that you are the person that is signing the document, and that is deemed a legal proof that you did sign the document. So DocuSign is being used more and more every day, and not just in real estate transactions, but others as well. I believe they're using it now for even for insurance renewals for car insurance, house insurance, those kind of things. So DocuSign, number 3. Number 4, sending money. Well, obviously some of the people that still like to deal with cash, it's not as common these days. So, using your credit card, wire transfers, the banks have been really good about facilitating ways to send money and get money. So if you are purchasing a house and you need to transfer the money, talk to your bank about the different avenues of being able to do that. Number 5, closing process. So this was a little bit of a tricky one because generally the closing process, hi George, generally the closing process was that you would go into the notary or the lawyer's office and you would sit down at their desk and they would go through the paperwork with you and you would sign. Obviously there it's a little tricky to do that. So some notaries are actually offering mobile service where they'll come to your home and meet you. Obviously, they're protected. They're wearing masks and gloves and that kind of thing. And in some states, even they have drive-through notaries. So and probably we're going to see more and more. Now, the interesting part about this is that all of this technology has always been available. Now it's being used more and more daily, and probably it's going to stay, I would imagine, which is not a bad thing. So. Those are the 5 technologies that we're using and that other realtors are using. One of them that I didn't mention, and this has been around but not used as often, and that is Matterport. So I put a link actually on what Matterport is, those of you that don't know what it is. Obviously, you've heard of virtual tours. Matterport is a specific camera. I've looked into buying one. I'm not quite ready to jump into operating one. I think it's pretty complicated. I did include a YouTube video in this live just to show you exactly how it works. So for all our new clients at Van City Home Team, we're going to be doing Matterport tours. So have a look if you're interested in seeing how it works. It's basically a 3D camera technology. It does need some facilitating because you have to move the camera room to room. And of course, everything shows up in the camera. So if you don't have your laundry put away or your bed made, it's definitely going to show up there. But the cool thing about it is it's a 3D camera. So you get the different dimensions of a tour. So you can actually zoom in, zoom out, and really feel like you're walking through the house. So for those of you that can't get out to see the property or the property is not available to be shown, we're going to be offering that on all of our new listings where there will be a Matterport tour. I will probably do a video on how to navigate through it because it is a little bit more complicated than just, sort of clicking and walking through. We are also going to be using drones for aerial photography. I mean, Google is great, but not always up to date. I think that they're definitely updating now, but drone photography is a great way to sort of check out your neighbors because a lot of people are skeptical of buying sight unseen, and especially because, obviously realtors and homeowners want to show off the best parts of their house and you don't want to miss something. But I believe that with this new photography or the new use of it, as well as the drone exterior photography, I think with the combination of those two, you'll get a really, really good sense of whether or not this house is the right one for you. So very active in real estate, and I think it will continue. I have noticed sort of an overall energetic lift out there. I don't know if you're all feeling the same way, or maybe we're just becoming used to this new way of living. But it's definitely active right now. I'm pretty busy with real estate, and so I'm feeling positive. I've been watching the polls on, how many new cases, and it seems like we're all doing our part to stay safe and stay healthy, and I hope that you are too. So we'll see you on Thursday. We're going to talk, I'm not sure actually what we're going to talk about yet, but it'll be a little bit more of a personal topic, and I'll do that on my regular Facebook page. And thanks for joining our Van City Scoop. See you soon, guys. Bye.